Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I go by Londoncookss, and today we are going to be preparing some simple pan-seared lamb chops. But if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise you will not regret it. And if you like what you've seen, stay tuned. Today we're going to be using some butter, oil, a little salt, ginger, garlic, and pimento seasoning, garlic powder, black pepper, Sazon tropical. If you have all-purpose seasoning, you can definitely use that. This is 8 cloves of garlic, which I gave a rough chop, about 4 lamb chops, and a few sprigs of thyme. Now, I washed my lamb chops using vinegar and cool water, and I'm just patting these dry just to ensure that all the water gets off of them. To season our lamb chops, we're going to be using 1/4 teaspoon each of the black pepper, ginger, garlic, and pimento seasoning, garlic powder, the Sazon tropical, and I literally just went in with a dash of salt and a few sprigs of thyme, which I removed the leaves from the stem, and I'm just going to give that a nice little stir just to ensure that everything is evenly combined. Next, I'm going to start seasoning my lamb chops by drizzling some oil over each piece. Nothing too crazy, you guys, just enough to help our seasoning spread evenly and smoothly, and also to help with marinating the lamb chops. You're going to want to ensure that your lamb chops are properly seasoned. If you've ever had lamb chops before, if this is your first time having lamb chops have a pretty strong gamey flavor, something even stronger than goat meat in my opinion, and I'm not very fond of that strong gamey taste. So I personally believe that to hide that taste, your ingredients that you use with the lamb chops would need to be a little bit overpowering, such as rosemary, garlic, things of that nature. And I do personally believe that lamb chops goes really great with lots of herbs. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of garlic. Not the entire container, you guys, maybe about 1/4, if so much, of what's in the container. And I'm ensuring that this gets on both sides of the lamb chops. Now, I'm going to save most of the garlic for our delicious butter sauce that we're going to be preparing for our lamb chops. But I'm going to allow these to marinate for about 4 hours before I start sauteing them. Now for the fun and easy part, I'm going to be using a non-stick skillet to saute my lamb chops, and I've added about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and about 1/4 stick of salted butter to my pot over a medium-high heat. Now, I recommend using a non-stick skillet when sauteing anything, you guys, because it makes everything so much easier to manage, and obviously nothing will stick to your pot. I also went in with the remainder of thyme and a few pieces of minced garlic. Again, I did not use the entire container, and I did this just to add a little extra flavor to the butter and oil combination. I allowed them to saute for about a minute or so, and then I added my lamb chops to the pot. I'm going to allow my lamb chops to cook for about 4 minutes per side, and something that I'm going to be doing is to move around the pieces of thyme just to ensure that that nice herby flavor is strong. Something that I did while sauteing the lamb chops, you guys, was to hold each lamb chop on its side just to allow the fat to melt a little bit, but most importantly, I wanted the sides to be a little bit crispy. I'll definitely suggest not to also leave these unmonitored, you guys. They cook pretty quickly and they definitely will start burning pretty easily. Next, now that my lamb is fully sauteed, I removed them from the pot and poured out the butter and oil combination that I had in here before. I did not wipe my pot clean simply because I wanted to have some sort of lamb flavor in here, you guys. I went in with a 1/4 stick of salted butter, the remainder of the garlic, and about 2 sprigs of thyme, which I did chop into small pieces, and I allowed them to melt together over a low heat just to allow the garlic and the thyme to become fragrant in the butter. Once that was done, I spooned the butter and herb mixture over each piece of lamb chop, ensuring that I got a good amount of herb in each spoonful. Now, this is going to kick the flavor levels up a whole new notch, you guys, and definitely result in some really yummy lamb chops. Once I spooned the butter and herb mixture on the lamb chops, the smell was just heavenly, you guys. I decided to keep it simple by just having them with a side of rice and peas, and I do have a tutorial for rice and peas, which I'll definitely list the link to that below. And I also had it with a side of barbecue jerk sauce. This meal was everything, you guys. It was really delicious and I definitely enjoyed it. Not to mention, super easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out my website for recipes that I do not share on my YouTube channel.